we're back. We're just beginning the sixth night, according to Carl Calleman, of the final Mayan calendar. Let's talk about the World Tree. So this World Tree, is it real or is it just symbolic?
That's the whole point, so to speak. It is very, very real. And but it's something that exists on several different levels, the way I look upon it. One level is each one of us is a world tree. Our spine, so to speak, is a world tree. And the Kundalini energy rising is like a serpent crawling around the world tree. And then there is another level, which is the polar axis of the planet. It's another world tree. And then there is the galactic axis, the center of the galaxy around which the whole galaxy rotates. That's another level of the world tree. But what my recent book discusses about is something quite fantastic, which is a very, very new discovery. It's only published in the year 2003 by workers at the MIT. And this is something that is what you might call the discovery of the cosmic tree of life. In other words, a fairly recent discovery, and this is fully within mainstream science, has pointed out that the cosmos at large has at its center a great central axis around which the whole cosmos rotates. And this is what I would call then, in my approach to this, is the tree of life, the cosmic tree of life, or what the Maya would call Hunab Ku, the heart of the heavens, or there are many more poetic words that Don Alejandro would use. But this is really what my most recent book starts with, the discovery of the cosmic tree of life. And I wholeheartedly recommend this book, not the way, I might have even thought of earlier books like buy my book kind of a thing. It's something I don't want people to miss out on. It's such a tremendous shift in how we may perceive the world if we understand that now it's been discovered that there is a central axis to the entire universe. And this, if everything makes sense, if you identify this with what the ancient peoples of this planet would talk about as the creative world tree at the center of the cosmos.
So it's in a sense it's in a way it's hyper dimensional, in that if you take the higher dimensional torus, you can see that it spins down towards the center and comes out, and I think that's really the entire universe is a fractal mirror of this kind of activity, and there's a central channel through that, and so every animal and every human and every plant and you're saying even cosmic systems use this as their construct.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Go ahead.
I agree totally. Yeah.
Yeah, and I worked on the Cross of Hende, which also spoke about the importance of the central pillar of the universe. And then there's Vedic theories about you keep going further and further closer towards the center of the universe, and there's one galaxy at the very center, sort of like the Hunab Ku, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. So this world tree, how does it relate to your view of the Mayan calendar and these day counts nearing the end here, like what just happened now?
Yeah. as you're saying, my view is that it is like what you're saying, a fractal view or a holographic view, so to speak, where everything ultimately is as above, so below. Ultimately, I believe everything comes from the cosmic world tree, but then this is through a nested hierarchy, through a fractal distribution. It goes down to affect ourselves, our own minds, through resonance with this cosmic world tree. Because, as I mentioned, the way I look upon it is we are all an embodiment of this particular tree of life. Now, one thing that is also very important in this understanding is that the tree of life is also the center of the four directions as we know it from the Earth. And so you might say that the polar axis of this planet, it has created around itself like a three-dimensional coordinate system. And this coordinate system is sort of the spatial basis for shifting various yin-yang polarities, for quantum shifts that take place between yin-yang polarities. And that's what is ultimately is transmitted down to the human beings where we're down here. And so we think, for instance, in some eras have been very left brain dominated. This was true for the 5,000 years of the long count that I mentioned earlier. This left brain dominance resulted in the invention of writing. It resulted in the invention of mathematics and many other things that we associate with the rational analysis of the world. But what is happening now, and I should also say then that on a higher level, on the level of the global brain, this 5,000-year long count, it favored the Western Hemisphere. And it's abstract thinking, numerics, and all that. What the basis for the predictions I made regarding the current time we're in, and ultimately then also the sixth night that we're entering here, is the fact that now in this wave movement we're in, the way of thinking has shifted over to favor the right brain half, the holistic brain half, which allows us to see things from a higher perspective. But that also means a favoring of the eastern hemisphere of the planet, which has been very strongly expressed in the past 10 years, economically speaking. And so you might expect that this process that we're in now, that this will lead to a balance of East and West, because the West has been dominating for a very long time. But as these new energies are coming in, we are approaching a point in time when there will be balance. And it's partly for this reason that I'm making the kind of predictions that I'm making.
All right. Carl Calleman, we'll be right back. I'm Jay Weidner. You're listening to the Smoke and Mirrors Radio Hour. Very interesting. So everything is shifting. We'll be right back.